Hello guys, Mess Graphics here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create an amazing pizza flyer. So guys, do well to like the video, do well to comment, and do well to subscribe if you are new to this channel. With all that said and done, let's get started. For this project guys, I'll be using a 2000 by 2000 pixel size, 300 resolution, and an RGB color mode. Then create. So guys, right here we have our workspace, and first things first, I'm going to be placing the background that I'll be using for this project. And do well to remember guys that all the files, all the images, and all the fonts that I'll be using for this project will be found at the description. I'll be dropping a link at my description, which will be giving you access to all the files that I'll be using for this tutorial. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my transform controls to expand this. Okay, take it up a little bit. And then I'm going to be placing in the image of the pizza. So I want to create an effect whereby it looks like the pizza is on the table. So let me bring this down. And then because of it doesn't fit, I'll actually expand this table more using my transform controls. Okay. So I'll just be adjusting it till it fits. Okay, so let me take this up a little bit. Okay. So I'll just bring the image of the pizza down. And then I'll be typing in the text that I'll be using for the write-up. This will just be pizza. And I will expand the font size. Okay. And then I'll change the font to Brian James. And this is actually my first time of using this font. So what I'm going to do next is to change the color of the text. Okay, I'm going to change the color to ash. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the eyedropper tool to select this color to my foreground color. Then Ctrl A to make sure that the pizza text is aligned properly. And then I'm going to use my transform controls to increase this a little bit. So I'll select my text and head over to the character panel. And there I'll be adjusting my tracking. And then I'll be making some adjustments to the text. Okay, let me still reduce this a little bit. And then I'll head over to my layers panel and I'll right click on the layer and go to blending options. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be stroking this text layer. First of all, let me reduce the fill to 0 and then head back, blending options, stroke. Okay, so for this I'll be using the same color that I got from the test color, and I'll be making it a little bit darker. So once I'm done with this, I'll click on OK. and then I'll right click on this layer, and then I'll rasterize the layer style, and then head over and grab my eraser tool. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be removing some parts of this rasterized layer, just actually below the rasterized layer. And then once I'm done with that, I'll grab my test tool, and then I'm going to be typing in the rest of the write-up for this project. And for this, I'll be using is weekend. So let me just type that out, and then I'll select all, and then I'll be changing the font to photograph signature. Let me adjust the tracking a little bit by heading to the character panel, and then I'll be changing the color to bright red. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this is aligned to the center. Okay, let me reduce this a little bit. Okay, I think I'm okay with this, and then I'm going to drag okay, let me go to my layers panel to do that. I'm going to select the pizza layer, and then I'm going to drag it down a little bit. Okay, then I'll type out the other parts of the write-up. Okay, so actually what I'm trying to achieve here is to type in is weekend, and you deserve to be taken good care of. So I'll select these, and then I'll change the font. So quick reminder guys, all the files, all the images, all the backgrounds, and all the fonts that I'm using for this project, I'll be dropping a link that will grant you guys access to my Dropbox, where I'll be dropping all these files, the backgrounds, the images, and all the files that I'll be using for this project. So head over to the description below to find the link that will give you access to these files. Okay, actually what I'm doing here is to adjust my text, both the tracking and the leading. And once I'm done with that, I'll be changing the color to something quite darker, maybe a lighter shade of black. And then I'm going to align this to the center and use my transform controls to reduce this. And then I'm going to drag this up. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this whole write-up, the text layers, and I'm going to group them together. And then I'll actually drag the background layer up a little bit. And then I'll be doing the same for the pizza image. Okay. So guys, sorry for the way my voice is actually sounding. I'm actually shooting this video by 12 a.m. and I had my reasons for doing that because during the day is actually very much noisier, so I had to do this in the night. So and I'm having some little issue with code, guys, so that's why my voice is a little bit hoarse. Okay, what I want to do is I want to create a shape, and then I'll be placing a text inside this shape, and that will just have the inscription of order now. Okay, let me take the shape up a little bit, and then I'll grab my text tool, and then I'll actually type in order now, and then I'll select all this, and then I'll change the color to black. Hit OK, and then I'll actually be changing the typeface for this font. Okay, make sure it's aligned, and I'll use my transform controls to reduce the size. Okay, let me just bring this down. Okay, so for this, I'll be creating a shape below this pizza image, and I'll be setting the color to, okay, let me first deal with the stroke, and then I'll set the fill. I'll be using black, and then I'll head over to my layers panel, and I'll be using multiply, and then I'll reduce the fill. Okay, and I'll rasterize this. So this is just the place I'll be placing how to order, like the channels which the customer will be able to make orders from. So I had to differentiate that from the main design by using this will I say a little bit black effect using the shape, and then changing the blend mode to multiply. So like I said, what I'm going to be doing at this point is I'm going to be adding the channels which the customer will be able to make deliveries or make inquiries on the product that is being advertised. So basically at this point, guys, I'll be working with just icons and then write-ups. Okay, so guys, I'll be needing feedbacks from you guys based on the type of contents you guys will be wanting me to be putting up on this channel to actually help with the teaching and learning process, so that the purpose or the reason why I created this channel will be achieved. So guys, I would love to hear from you guys based on the kind of designs you want me to be working on next. So make use of the comment section, guys, to actually tell me what you guys would actually love me to create next. Okay, and for now, guys, I think we'll be sticking with Photoshop tutorials for now. Like I mentioned in the earlier aspect of the earlier phases of my YouTube channel, I'm a full-time Photoshop user. I don't use CorelDRAW for designs, so I think basically it will be more Photoshop tutorials. So guys, just make use of the comment section. Okay guys, so based on the fact that some people won't actually be calling to order, I'll be adding a channel whereby or to show that they can also order from the app. So I'll be adding something like you can order from our app. Then I'll be dropping an icon to show the platforms that these apps will be on. So let me just work on that now, guys, and I'll be adding that to the lower right part of this design. So that goes a long way to show you guys how technology has helped our businesses to establish a stronger means of relating with their customers. So everything is done with ease right now, thanks to technology, and it's actually exciting thinking of things we can achieve in the future. And as we know, guys, graphic design is actually an aspect of that technological development too. Okay guys, once I'm done with this, I'll be grouping some elements together to actually make this easier for identification. Okay, so I'll be grouping this on download the Foodbox app, and then I'll be grouping the numbers together. Okay, let me just rename the layer, or the group, sorry. Okay, so this helps me identify elements much quicker. Okay, so I'll just be renaming the different groups at this point. Okay, so okay, let me zoom this out and check out how this is looking. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be removing the guidelines that I used to make sure that this was well aligned. Okay, let me adjust this. Okay, then I'll select both layers and group them. And the reason why I'm doing this is to align it properly to the center. Okay. So with the help of my transform controls, guys, I'll be creating different guidelines at different edge of this layer. Okay, that's actually for the logo of the company and the QR code. I did mention that, right? The QR code of the company too. Okay. So at this point, guys, if you can listen to my voice, you can actually notice that my voice is actually quite bad, and I think I need to be working on that for my next video. So my apologies, guys. And okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using the color overlay, and for this I'll be using just a bright red color. Okay, then the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be placing an image of the QR code. I don't know why it's actually hard for me to pronounce that. The QR code is actually the QR code here. So I think I'm actually being affected by my native tongue. So guys, it's not actually bad to throw in some jabs of humor and a little bit of humor here and there. So it's actually funny that I'm finding it very, very hard to pronounce that, like the Q and the R, like the combination of those two letters is actually quite hard pronouncing so fast. So guys, okay guys, so what actually works best for you, the grid system or making use of guidelines? And for me, I think making use of guidelines is much more easier for me than making use of the grid system. But actually there are some people that prefer using the grid system, but me, I find it actually harder to do that. So I prefer using guidelines to make sure that my elements are placed perfectly. Okay, so once I'm done with this, I'll just have to zoom out. And we're almost getting to the end of this tutorial, guys. So let me just take care of these guidelines. and then make some minor adjustments here and there to actually spice this up. So let me just rename this group. Okay, so at this point I'm looking out for things to adjust, and first of all I'll be adjusting this pizza image. I'll be expanding it a little bit. And then for the shape, I think it will work better with round edges. So let me just work on that quickly. Head over to my properties panel, and then I'm going to be making use of round edges instead of the sharp edge. So let me just find the value that is quite better for me. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm done with this. Okay, so let me just adjust this together by dragging this down okay, a little bit to the perfect level. Okay guys, I want to use this opportunity to appreciate everyone who stayed to the end of these videos. You guys are amazing, and I look forward to creating more amazing content for you guys. And with all that said and done, I'll be concluding the tutorial at this point. So Mess Graphics out, and see you guys in my next video.